It is time for PredictoMania, the DGen Wrestling Prediction Show, where we predict all the things that are going to happen on WrestleMania. I just call it PredictoMania because it's fun.
It's because he's an idiot.
I like PredictoMania.
He fell on his head a lot when he was a kid.
When I was a kid?
I mean, it hasn't stopped, but still.
I was going to say. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you may or may not know, WrestleMania 40 starts tonight.
Wait, what?
Right? It just stuck up on me too. I don't know what the heck we were doing, if anything. But
This isn't AEW Revolution predictions?
no. It's and don't worry, I will read your predictions as a road if you want.
No, I understand. I'll make them up as we go.
Okay, right. So we're gonna start off with night one.
I predict night one is going to be tonight.
Yes, it will be.
Okay?
All right, so we're simpatico there.
I'm already 1 point ahead.
No, because I also agree it's tonight.
Yeah, but you didn't predict it.
Yeah, but see,
See,
it's not a prediction if it already says night one of WrestleMania starts tonight at 7 o'clock.
but I didn't know about it.
But if you didn't know about it, then why the heck have we been
I
talking
thought it
about
was
WrestleMania?
Revolution.
We've been talking about WrestleMania for
We've been playing 2K24. We've been doing GM mode.
Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch. Who you got?
Oh, I got Rhea.
I also got Mommy. Here's the thing. Becky Lynch's contract is coming up soon. And if you've got Rhea Ripley and she's doing well with the women's championship, if you give it to Becky, who's Becky going to feud with? Who else is big on the heel side?
Well, you see, they have that whole draft apparently coming up in a month. So
Yeah,
I
but that's a
think
month.
if Becky wins the title, that automatically means she's going to get into a feud with either Charlotte Flair or Bianca.
Yeah, that is true. That's the way it goes. And would you rather see Becky do that or Rhea?
I'd rather see neither of them do that because I don't think Charlotte or Bianca deserve it.
On that note, it's time for the six-pack tag team ladder match. We got DIY taking on Awesome Truth, taking on Judgment Day, taking on New Day, taking on A-Town Down Under, taking on New Catch Republic. I'll go first for this one, just because we believe there's going to be a split. It's
Yeah,
about
because Cole did say on Raw that the
99.999.
titles, the match will not end until both sets of titles are taken down.
Yeah.
Therefore, meaning that two different teams could end up the champion.
Indeed, they could. So I've got Awesome Truth and DIY.
I also have DIY and Awesome Truth in no particular order.
Yeah, well, it's true.
Yeah.
It's time now for the Why Do I Care Night 1 edition match. Rey and Andrade versus Santos Escobar and Dom Mysterio. Andrade replaced Dragon Lee, which actually, in my opinion, hurts the match.
After an attack on SmackDown?
Yeah, it would be
Yeah,
SmackDown.
it was on
It's
SmackDown.
SmackDown last night.
Yeah, so after attack on SmackDown, Andrade has stepped in to replace Dragon Lee, which, depending on how the story goes, makes sense.
But at the
But
same
it's
time,
all story dependent.
it takes away from the match, in my opinion. I'm not looking forward to this match.
You weren't looking forward to this match until I said they should do a hair versus mask match anyways.
And can they do it now? Not really.
I don't know. Andrade has hair.
Andrade doesn't have a
Andrade
mask.
comes out in a mask.
Yeah, but he doesn't stay in that mask.
Yeah, but they could take it from him permanently.
But I've got Santos and Dom, I guess.
I also have
Yes.
Los Guerreros.
It's time for brother versus brother, Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso. Let's let the cat out of the bag. Jey Uso.
Oh yeah, I have the talented one.
Yeah.
Jey Uso.
Here's the thing. I can see Jimmy winning. I could. But if you have Jimmy win, where does he go from here?
Yeah.
Jay beating Jimmy, finally vanquishing that, ending that story, because after WrestleMania 40 should be the start of a new era.
Yeah, and that would set Jey Uso up for a singles title.
Yeah.
Finally having the bloodline out of his hair.
Yeah.
Too, hopefully.
We got Walter versus Sami Zayn up next.
Okay. I have Gunther.
It's Walter.
It's not, actually.
It's Walter.
It really isn't.
Walter.
Hate to break it to you, but it's not.
Walter. It's terrible. But can we both agree Sami Zayn just can't have nice things?
I mean, he's had nice things before.
But unfortunately,
I think Sammy winning the title doesn't really do anything.
I don't think Sammy
For
winning
Sammy.
the title does anything for either Sammy or the Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah.
It would be a good, like, night one, feel-good moment. I'd probably pop for it because it's Sami Zayn.
Oh, I'd still pop for it,
But like looking at it beyond, I don't see anything beyond the WrestleMania pop. And
Yeah.
if it was going to be on a WrestleMania pop, it would be on one of the corners, either the main event or the first match.
yeah.
And I don't see anything that says to me that it wouldn't be Rhea and Becky starting off, or it wouldn't be the 6-pack tag team ladder match starting
Understand.
off. Bianca Belair,
Okay.
Naomi,
Yep.
and the one who isn't a scrub versus Damage Control.
I have Cargill's Happy Tree Friends.
I have Team Jade Cargill and the Scrubs. Formerly Team Cora Jade and the Scrubs. I was very out of it when I wrote this. But yeah, here's the thing. Damage Control shouldn't lose this.
No, they
But
shouldn't.
by all accounts, they shouldn't lose this.
No, absolutely.
But if there's one thing Triple H has consistently screwed up booking.
It's when Damage Control shouldn't lose. That's when Damage Control loses.
Yeah. So, hey, we're going with Team Jade Cargill and the Scrubs. At the very least, you're going to get a win for Jade Cargill on the big stage that way. Finally, to end off night one, we've got Cody Rhodes and Seth frickin' Rollins versus the Rock and Roman Express.
Okay. I want to preface this with, I really hope we are wrong.
I don't think we are.
But I really hope we are.
Yep.
I have Rock and Roman.
I too have Rock and Roman.
I hate that I'm voting for them.
I also hate that I'm voting for them because this whole match should not take place.
Yeah.
Like this should have not been a thing.
No.
Period.
This should have been Bailey versus Io in the main event.
Yeah, I'm fine with Bailey Io. That would be A-okay with me. I'd be fine with Rhea Becky in the main event over this.
There's one reason I say it should be Bailey Io.
No, because Bailey won the Royal Rumble. It makes sense.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, if you're going to have the women on the card for WrestleMania in a spot where it logically should be Bailey versus Io Sky.
Yeah.
Like logically.
Absolutely. agree.
Why are the Rock and Roman Express even a thing? Why did you have to hit the panic button for The Rock? Not saying The Rock hasn't been a good heel. He has.
Yeah.
The problem is he's been a good heel at too big of an expense.
Yeah, this match
And
never should have came through
It should have never
because
came through.
The Rock never should have been taking Cody's
Yep.
spot
Ever.
in the first place.
Ever. That was a dumb decision. It was a dumb decision that, I'm sorry, really bites WWE in the ass. And it doesn't even matter if you're a bloodline supporter or you're like us and you just want the whole damn thing to end. Whatever way you look at this, it did not do much other than reintroduce The Rock. Which he's the frickin' Rock. He is great. Everything he's done has been gold. I'm not saying it hasn't. But the expense is insane.
Yeah. Now, from what I've seen from night 2 of this, you have it in no particular order.
Yeah, I've got it in no particular order.
So, because of the order you have it in on here, let's start at the bottom and work our way up because we know what the main event is.
Okay. So in that case, we're starting off with Bailey, Io. I don't think it's a surprise for either of us.
No. Bailey.
She deserves it on every conceivable level.
Oh yeah, she's been the one consistent in the women's division for a long time.
Face
on
or heel.
SmackDown. Yeah.
Face or heel. And it's not like we would get bored of Bailey just being around.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's the thing. Like, the SmackDown women's division is so bloody thin right now.
But it had the opportunity to not be thin. It's just a matter of they kept having Bailey lose.
Yep. You could have had Bailey be a thing. You could have had Damage Control be a thing. And it wasn't. And the Bailey versus Io is the only thing that you seem to be booking with some degree of clarity as to what you want out of it. But that being said, next up we got Logan Paul versus Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton.
I've been humming and hawing about this one for a long time.
Yeah.
So have you.
Yeah. Here's the thing that I will tell you straight up, because I don't know if you and I are going to have the same predictions. We don't have anything written down for this.
No, we don't.
But I think it's not going to be Kevin Owens.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Kevin doesn't need the United States Championship. And if Kevin Owens were to win the United States Championship, I don't know. I feel like it's a step down.
Yeah.
Kevin Owens versus Cody Rhodes could be interesting.
Oh, yeah. I absolutely agree.
Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes could be interesting. Logan Paul versus Cody Rhodes could be interesting here. But the more that I look at this from a Kevin Owens perspective, I don't believe it's him. Now my question is, do I like Randy Orton more, or do I like Logan Paul more to be able to have this championship?
Well, see, I know that answer. We have that answer on our TikTok.
No, we do not have that answer on our TikTok.
So for that reason alone, I'm going to back up Nathan here and go with Logan Paul.
I hate that I can agree with you here, because I can see it. I really can. And the more that I look at this, the more that I think, okay, Cody Rhodes wins. He goes to SmackDown.
At least for a month or so.
Yeah. Who would be the first person you would even think about giving a shot to? Because it wouldn't be Roman. Roman's gone.
Yeah.
Roman is gone until SummerSlam. Cry about it all you want, you bloodline bitches. Who else is there in a heel spot?
AJ Styles.
I don't see AJ Styles as a number one heel.
I do.
He's not. He hasn't been booked that good. He hasn't been booked that way.
But I still see him, because he is AJ Styles, being able to do that spot.
I don't know. I could see. I'm sorry. I want to see, if you're going to take away Roman Reigns and the bloodline, I think you need something with just that amount of story to jump off that point. I think Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton is that way to go.
I love that idea. I just don't think Randy Orton is really going to be able to be much of a heel for much, very much. He'll do those heel tendencies, but I don't think people will outright just make him heel with everything within the past few years.
I could see it, but it's also Randy Orton. I can't.
The issue I'm seeing is, even when he was supposed to be heel within the last few years, he's been looking like he's just been having so much fun, it's hard not to have him in babyface.
Yeah, that's true. But we're both going Logan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
I know I told you I was very heavily considering that.
I don't see it any other way.
Yeah.
And I, this was not the case. 1 p.m. when we first started talking.
No.
This is a case where it's like
We've hummed
Logan Paul,
over this.
Logan, and here's the thing: if you take out one part-time champion, then one part-time champion isn't going to do too terrible of a thing, and
No.
Logan Paul has worked more days.
Well, see, here's my thing. I think if it was just Logan Paul versus Kevin Owens, or just Logan Paul versus Randy Orton, Logan Paul's not winning that no matter what.
Yeah.
But because it is a triple threat, I don't see Logan Paul losing.
You're thinking that Randy Orton and KO are gonna just
Implode.
Speaking of implosion, LA Knight versus AJ Styles in a why the hell wasn't this for at least the United States Championship match?
Yeah.
Because I'm sorry. I think this is a slap in the face to both of them.
Yeah.
I
absolutely agree, because it seemed like LA Knight was going to be going for that championship spot.
Which would make sense, but I think you're going to book LA Knight in such a way that he will never be able to get to that next spot.
Yeah.
Which is sad. It's really sad. But we both know whose game it is, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah!
LA Knight.
Yep. So we've got the Pride versus the Final Testament. The Pride consisting of Lashley and I don't know, Angelo Dawkins and that other weirdo.
Bianca Belair's wife.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. So
Montez Ford versus the Final Testament of Shenzi, Bonsai, and Ed, Scar's Hyenas.
Yeah.
So I have here, it's the Circle of Scar.
I have Scar's Hyenas.
Okay, perfect. So we're both saying Karrion Kross, Razor, and Akam.
Yeah.
My problem is, why is this match here?
Paul Ellering.
No, just in concept.
Going with Paul Ellering.
Maybe. Next up, we've got Seth frickin' Rollins versus Drew. I can't talk my way out of a wet paper bag. McIntyre.
I want Rollins to win this.
Here's the thing.
And then I want Priest to cash in.
Yep. So here's the thing. Number one. Drew McIntyre literally talked himself out of winning this match.
Yeah.
The way I would look at punishing that is to make sure he does not win. It makes total sense if Priest were to win or to cash in on Rollins after like McIntyre and Rollins beat him down.
It makes complete sense for Priest to cash in no matter what here.
You know, and it's made
please
sense.
Do not try and recapture the heist of the century type thing.
Yeah.
Here.
And it makes total sense for Priest for the 6th time to cash in and win the championship.
Yeah.
For the 6th time.
Yeah.
I've
seen a lot of comparisons between Seth Rollins holding on to it for like 274 days. Damian Priest has been hanging on to it for 276 as of tonight, I think.
Yeah.
And the comparisons with Seth Rollins being touted as a genius, waiting for his moment, and Priest being treated as, this is crap. Why is this happening? He's the worst Money in the Bank. And the big difference is, Rollins didn't keep trying to cash it in and failing.
Yep.
Or Rollins didn't like tease cashing it in.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden get told, no, you're not cashing it in by another member of the group.
Yeah. It's not like Dean Ambrose came out there and said, no, I want to fight Ben Walsh. You're not going to cash in tonight.
Yeah. So the issue with the whole Rollins Priest thing is that Priest carrying the Money in the Bank briefcase has been crap.
Yes.
Because of how it's been played out. He keeps trying to cash in, and it keeps getting stopped.
It's done.
Or he gets told not to cash in tonight. When there's a clear spot to cash in.
Seth Rollins can't stand up.
Or...
And you're selling that Seth Rollins can't stand up.
Yeah. Or Seth Rollins is in the ring. Priest has already interfered. He's standing at ringside with the briefcase, and he decides to just walk off with it when Rollins is down, can't do anything.
I'd be fine with it happening once.
Yeah.
But it's happened the entirety of the reign.
Oh, yeah, it's been happening at least once, twice every pay-per-view.
Yep.
Era.
And
until recently, actually. Until, because Seth got injured.
yeah. Seth got legit injured.
Yeah. But that stopped it for when Seth got back as well. There was no teasing, which really makes you think the calm before the storm.
Yep.
So please freaking cash in finally.
For the love of God. And finally, we got Cody Rhodes versus Bloodstain.
Yeah.
In a Bloodstain rules match.
Probably.
Yeah. It's probably going to be a Bloodstain rules match.
Now hear me out. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, there's no way Roman's going to lose.
That is a good idea, actually.
I'm voting for Cody Rhodes.
Really? You're taking the dark horse here.
I'm taking the dark horse.
Taking the dark horse. Wow.
Yeah.
Damn. Well, it may shock you.
Okay.
Like, really shock you.
Okay.
But I'm also taking the dark horse.
Really?
Really. I know I took him last year and it bit me in the face, but
same.
I'm thinking to myself, there's no way they could fuck this up twice. Right? Please?
My issue is I think they're going to fuck it up twice and I'm still betting on it.
Yep. Well,
I'm going to cry if it doesn't.
I want to actually see you cry. So, like, now, but, here's the thing. You've extended the Bloodline storyline artificially for over a year.
Yeah, over a year is correct, but it's technically been over 2 years.
But, I'm sorry, when that thing is all said and done, who does it benefit?
Gonna have to go with Roman Reigns.
Yeah. Okay, Roman Reigns, who is barely there now.
Yeah.
Like, we have to think, who does this build? What does this do? And don't think about the fact that The Rock is here, which is something else that, if I'm TKO Holdings, it's a huge pain in my ass.
Yeah.
It's done well, but from a booking perspective, it hasn't been there.
Yeah.
You can do Roman Rock if you want to without the title.
Yeah, and rumors are circulating again. Well, Rock is off to film a movie.
Yep.
Roman's supposed to be taking time off.
Yep.
If he doesn't lose the title here, I think it just devalues the championship he's carrying.
Yep. 1000%. And he's already devalued that championship by doing the same stuff last year.
And there's one way to bring value back to it.
Is it Cody Rhodes' winged eagle idea?
I think it's just Cody winning.
Cody winning and then...
I think Cody winning restores prestige to the title instead of it being a gimmick. Because Roman isn't the gimmick.
Yeah.
The bloodline isn't the gimmick. Right now, the gimmick is his
how
title
many
reign.
days. Yeah.
Therefore, it's Roman's title is the gimmick.
Yep.
I'd also really like to see Roman lose.
Yep.
But he goes away for a bit. But when he pops back up, he's like deshelved.
Yep. It's not going to happen.
Like at a loss, he becomes desperate.
It's not going to happen. But I'd love to see it.
No, yeah, absolutely.
Here's the other thing too. I'm sorry. I think that Ben deserves a refund if Roman Reigns does not bleed.
Oh, probably.
Or is just made to be left in a desperate heap.
Yeah.
like a broken down, defeated whip of a
See,
guy.
I'm hoping, and I usually don't hope this, but I'm hoping for a lot of blood in that match.
Yeah. It needs it.
Especially if it's called a Bloodline Rules
Yep.
match.
It needs it.
Yeah.
Absolutely needs it. But I think we got it. I think that's PredictoMania.
Yeah.
Now, we got a problem because we both picked the exact same thing.
Did we?
Like all the way through. Yeah.
Oh, shit. We had
yeah.
we had a lot of different things before we started talking. Is the issue.
Yeah. Well, no, we didn't.
We had a fair bit of different things.
Before we started talking, like we had different things.
Yeah. Then when we started talking ourselves into things.
Yeah. Like you talked me into DIY. I talked you into Awesome Truth, for example.
Yeah.
Because it's Awesome Truth. You can't go wrong with Awesome Truth.
And then we kind of collectively thought ourselves into the Logan Paul.
Yeah. But that was on camera. Like, they saw that.
Yeah. We did not have that one planned at all.
No.
I was actually somewhat considering Becky winning because it does make a lot of sense. But at the same time, it makes no sense.
Yep.
So, this has been one of our weirder and less fruitful.
Should we, like, sit on this? Because we're coming back with our night one reactions tomorrow.
Yeah.
Should we sit on this and think of a tiebreaker tonight?
Yeah.
Between tonight and tomorrow?
Absolutely.
All right, perfect. So we will see you guys here tomorrow. Happy WrestleMania weekend. Enjoy yourselves. We know we will.
Peace.